without further ado, what are we in today? We are in the Breakthrough Lab. This is a 3-day event where we're going to jump on here and talk about 3 critical points that are going to allow you to be the CEO of my life. Remember, be ready to ask all questions at the end or ask the questions throughout. My VA is on here to help us out. So Bruce, that's my VA. So ask and say hello to him. Let him know your questions so we can get moving and start moving through being the CEO of my life. Y'all ready? Let's get started. My name, for people who are new to the CEO Masterclass, which is normally on Wednesday, but because today is the end of the month, we are talking about the Breakthrough Lab, where we're going to actually dig into those things that are going to help us be more successful. I am your guide, Rachel L. Gary. And why am I here talking to you guys today? Over my 25 years in leadership, I have had a multitude of leadership positions where I helped individuals find success in their careers, their personal lives, and to be the best person that they could possibly be to have better tomorrows. And I made a decision a while ago that it was time to move that from not only from a company standpoint, but start bringing that information to the masses and advising, learning, contemplating, all those things as the CEO of my life. What is the CEO? The CEO is someone who is clear in their actions, empowered by their choices, and has ownership of their direction. That is who the CEO is. And you know who I'm talking to? You, the CEOs out there. I'm unlocking full potential today to achieve personal growth. We're going to explore 3 common limiting beliefs, their origin, and their impact on our lives. And by the end, hopefully I will provide those tips that will help you have control on how you perceive yourself and become the powerful CEO of my life. So let's unpack the limiting belief of I'm not good enough. This limiting belief often stems from early experiences such as critical parenting, negative feedback from teachers or bullies. It was reinforced over time by comparing ourselves to others and focusing on our perceived shortcomings. I want to dig a lot deeper into that about not being good enough. When we say we're not good enough for whom, for when, for how. Your perception of yourself is what we're talking about here. How to elevate yourself above others. Concerned about others' thoughts, others' desires, others' anything. Because when you say you're not good enough, that means you're comparing your success to someone else's success. And remember, your success and someone else's success aren't going to be equal. Because you're working in your circle of influence and doing what is going to be necessary. One more time, let's say it. Going to be necessary as the CEO of my life. Because you know the impact of this belief is profound. It leads to self-doubt, procrastination, and a fear of failure. And when you believe you're not good enough, you feel that you're less than. And that risk, it hinders you from pursuing your goals. This belief keeps you stuck in a place that you don't want to be and doesn't allow you to move out of your comfort zone. Basically, guys, it prevents you from reaching your full potential. So to get rid of this negative belief, because I'm not good enough is a comparison statement. And you are uniquely you. There is not another person on earth that resembles or even compares to the greatness that is in you. To overcome this belief, You need to reframe your thinking. Start by acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small. They don't have to be monumental. Waking up sometimes, getting out of your bed, taking your shower, getting ready for your work day, cooking a meal, being able to respect yourself, talk good about yourself is where we're going to do here. And with intention and practice, you can shift your mindset from I'm not good enough to I am capable of anything and worthy of everything. So I'm not good enough, let's replace it. It's out of here. We're going to toss it out. We're going to toss it out. Because you are worthy of everything around you. You got it, CEO. That second one. This one right here, I'm gonna give you guys a little more information on after we get into it. So I don't have enough time. That's the next one. So if you don't have enough time for what? You don't have enough time to take care of your goals, to move forward in the best directions. And this belief often originates from the societal pressures and the fast-paced nature of modern life. We're constantly bombarded with messages that need to be us doing things right now, achieving more, leading to us feeling that time is a scarcity. We do have a limited amount of time, but just because other people are out there and people are saying that you have to get it done now, the fast-paced life that we all lead doesn't mean that you don't have enough time. It just means that you need to choose your time wisely. You need to prioritize your day accordingly and work on the time management of your day. So believing that you don't have enough time creates a sense of overwhelm and stress. It can lead to poor time management, procrastination, and lack of focus. Laser focus. If you've ever been in any of my lives, I'm always saying that we're laser focused like the lion. So you want to stay focused on your goals, stay focused on your dreams, stay focused on your desires. Because remember, we're working within the sphere of us. Not saying that we're going to be self-centered, but we're going to be self-aware. We're going to be sort of self-serving. And let me explain what I mean by self-serving. We're going to work on being the best self possible. How do you do that? Understanding that as you fill your cup, you're able to fulfill other desires and other things for your family from a full cup. It gives you more energy. It allows you to be more successful in your dreams, your desires, your goals, and allows you to set yourself up for success for better tomorrow. But that all starts with you combating the belief that we need to take control of time. Start by identifying your priorities, eliminating non-essential tasks. Use time management techniques such as time blocking and staying focused. Laser focused like the lion. And remember, it's not about having enough time. It's about utilizing that time effectively and getting the tools that are necessary to utilize that time in the best possible way to achieve your goal. So, not having enough time, we have 24 hours. Let's use that time wisely and not just waste time. Last limiting belief, being afraid of failure. I saved it for last because it was the one I wanted to talk about the most. Because when you are afraid that you are going to have fear of judgment, and the negative consequences associated with failure. It often starts in childhood. When you make a mistake, we were met with criticism rather than encouragement. It reinforces the societal norms that equate failure with incompetence. Let's unpack it. We are all in a society where people say failing means that you didn't do enough. I have something different that I say about failure. Failure means that you are willing to act on the courage to be able to do something, be something, go further in your journey. So I don't see failure as a negative, because we either are learning or winning. So failure is a point of learning, not a point of losing. If you ever heard the statement, Thomas Edison, the one who created the light bulb. So he created the light bulb after 1,000 failed experiments, 1,000 times of trying. You know what the failure would have caused? It'll cause us to still be having candlelight. I'm not trying to be in the candlelight, guys. I like the little lights. Lights got me hot a little bit, but at the end of the day, I like those lights to allow me to see. Lights to have air conditioning. Lights to be able to illuminate the streets. So if 1,000 tries made a success, did he fail? Or did he eliminate the things that were not working to find the one thing that was? Let's think about that perception. Because that's what we're talking about changing limiting beliefs. We're changing the perception of how we see things. When things are falling, if you see that as a failure, I'm going to tell you, I was sitting here, I was getting started for the live event. Something happened outside my room. I had to go do something real quick. I was running back in here, didn't close the door. Let me tell you what I do every time now. This happened a couple of lives ago. Now I set the live up ahead of time. So I didn't fail that day that I didn't make it at 7:30 like I like to. What I did was learn to what? Set myself up for success the next time. So I don't ever see anything as a failure. You shouldn't see it as a failure. You should see it as an act of courage of you moving forward in the direction of your better tomorrows. Failure is a myth. Failing or I have failed is a past tense statement. It's already happened. And if you're used to watching me, you know how I feel about things in the past. The past is back there. I can't do anything about it. I can learn from it, move forward with better information to do better the next time. That's what failure is. So we're not going to be afraid of failure. I'm embracing it. I'm embracing the fear, because that means I'm going to jump anyway. That means that we're going to move anyway. So in the next couple of moments, what are you going to do? How are we going to react? We're going to continue on anyway and continue moving forward, because failure is an option. It's the option of success. Have faith in your ability, your desire to do more, be more, have more. You got it. And as the CEO of my life, that's the part of ownership. So you take the ownership for your direction. And remember, the people who talk about your failures are the ones who are really not willing to jump forward to their progress. So failure, we're going to embrace it, because that means that we are moving forward anyway. We are doing what's best for our situations, and we're learning along the way. Because when you fail, you have an opportunity to get help. When you know that you've tried something and it didn't work, and you don't have an alternative, what do? Get some assistance. Ask some questions. Hey, I hope that's why you're here, because you're here to ask some questions. And if I don't have an answer, believe me, I will steer you in the direction of being able to find one. It's one of my superpowers. I have the ability to listen to a situation, come up with a quick solution that helps another individual be successful. I have a couple more superpowers, but we'll talk about that over the next couple of days. This is a 3-day event, and I hope that you're here for all 3 days so you get some impactful information that allows you to be successful. So I want to see who's ready. Who's ready to have, we're going to change those limiting beliefs that we have, and we're going to talk about something that is going to help us be more successful. For this exercise, and the reason why it's a moment of reflection, as I said, this is a breakthrough lab. This is not our normal CEO masterclass. This is where we're actually looking to find a result of understanding our better tomorrows. So let's work through it. Close your eyes. Yes, this is those moments. So I'm going to give you a series of questions. Don't answer them in the chat. I want you to answer them with your eyes closed. Question 1. What is a goal or aspiration you had for a long time but feel you haven't made much progress on? Take a breath. Breathe it in. Let it out. Question 2. When you think about this goal, what negative thoughts or doubts come to your mind? Take a couple seconds. Number 3. Can you recall a specific moment or event when you first started to believe or have doubts? Go back in your mind. And how do these beliefs make you feel about your ability to achieve your goal? And what would your life look like if these limiting beliefs were not holding you back? I want you to take a second with that one, because that's the one I want to stick with. That one. Let's repeat that last one more time. What would your life look like if these limiting beliefs were not holding you back? Now, what I want you to do is take a moment to think about, if these limiting beliefs were not holding you back, where would you be today? So we're not going to reflect on what could have happened. With getting rid of these limiting beliefs, where can your tomorrows be? Focus on what tomorrow looks like if you get rid of the thoughts that keep you stuck in not moving forward. So that moment right there is the one I want you to stick with as we move forward and navigate through life, because that's the moment that's going to allow you to break free of the limiting belief. Believe in that last moment of what your life could look like if you stop allowing the negativity of the limiting beliefs, because that's what negativity is. The limiting belief that you can't make it, that you can't do it, because I know you can do it. You know you can do it. And if you don't, let's start today. Put your mind to it. Ask questions when you need help, but continue moving forward. Better tomorrow's on the other side. Reaching that goal is on the other side. Having your greatness be released is on the other side. You got this, CEO. So I hope that the information that I provided helped, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to provide small tidbits of information that will help you have clarity in your actions, be empowered by your choices, and have ownership of your direction. All right, so I'm opening it up for a couple of questions. So are there any questions out there? The question of the day is, what are some common signs of self-destructive behavior that people might overlook? This is a good one. Whoever had this question, Bruce, make sure I get the person's name so we can make sure that we give them that. We have 2 free spaces in our coaching and mentorship program. So somebody will get one of the spaces for this question. Awesome question. So what are some of the common signs of self-destructive behavior that people might overlook? So what I have noticed is that people have brought to my attention that they are not doing what they say they want to do on an everyday basis. So instead of moving forward and taking the task or completing something, they are sabotaging themselves. So that is a destructive behavior, because at the end of the day, if you are saying you want to get something done and you allow the fact that it's a little cold outside, or it's a little warm outside, or you have excuses on why you can't get something done, that is self-destructive, because that means that you're giving yourself a reason not to progress. you're telling yourself you don't have to do it. Not because you say I don't have to do it, because once you say to yourself that, hey, I don't not feeling like it today, that's giving yourself a way out. As we say in the hood days, that's you copping out. No cop out. So that's a self-destructive behavior. Great question. Hope I was able to answer it. Question number 2. How can we set realistic and achievable goals to replace self-destructive behaviors with positive action? That was an awesome question as well. Setting realistic, achievable goals. That's all about a SMART framework. I utilize SMART for the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based goals. That's the framework in which I use to complete my goals and write my goals. The biggest thing is first is understanding why you are sabotaging yourself. That's the first thing. Is it that the goal that you're trying to achieve is not your big why? It's something that it could be done, or it might not, or it's not that important. And what you want to do is select things that are meaningful to you, things that are going to make an impact on your life. So if you are working on a goal that is impactful on your life, it will, that and making a corrective action plan of why are you not able, why are you sabotaging? And that's about being self-aware. It's one of the 4 S's that I use. And it's when you're more aware of your why are you doing it, it's taking that self-assessment of, okay, why didn't I want to get out the bed? Why didn't I want to go do that? Asking yourself the question so you can get good answers, and don't let yourself off the hook. Make yourself answer those questions about your why. And make sure that when you're setting a goal, that it's a big enough goal that makes you want to achieve it. That's the biggest technique. That's the biggest thing of strength in when you want to achieve a goal. It has to be something that you want. Otherwise, it's not a goal. It's just a dream. And the final question for today is, how can we seek support from others when trying to break free from self-destructive behaviors? There's several ways. I offer a course, a coaching and mentorship program that does align with this particular answer. Then I also have the 7-day challenge that you could utilize to start with building up your consistency and confidence, and building up your your consistency and commitment to build up your confidence. That's something that I offer. But what you need to do is get around a supporter group of people. First, you need support. Sometimes we can't completely support ourselves in the beginning, and getting assistance isn't a bad thing. When I first decided that I was going to become the CEO of my life, I got me a mentor. I got into a leadership program so I could have support around me of other positive individuals who are looking and seeking out the same things in which I was seeking. So at the end of the day, it's about you making the choice that now is the time for you to find, have success, and surrounding yourself with a tribe of people that are ready to help you. And I hope that answers the question. If you are watching this at a later date, I will make sure that you get the PDF, because this PDF has some valuable information that is definitely going to allow you to constantly take an opportunity to get those limiting beliefs out of there. Remember, at the end of the day, guys, everyone needs to find the portion that helps you be successful, and this is something that I'm working on for myself as well. Making sure that at the end of the day that I get more information on how to be more technology sound, considering I have 5 or 6 other things going on around me. All right, so that's the correct download. Please take an opportunity to look at that download. Once again, this download will be provided with the video for everyone for the replay. And everyone who is here, please, there's 2 more days of the breakthrough session, because this is the breakthrough lab. We're going to make breakthroughs that are going to allow you to be successful moving forward. So please share the link that got you here. So somebody can get an opportunity to ask a question and allow them to enter into the coaching and mentorship program. Remember, there's a lot of gems in there. There is a portion that you deal with where you get the information, you walk through it by yourself. However, there's a weekly mentorship, and in that weekly mentorship, we go over the things that you're learning on the coaching platform, as well as any questions that you have. Also with that, you have one 30-minute session a month where we talk about your specific goal. And at the end of this 3-day, I have something special for everybody on day 3. So day 3, if you guys are in the Habits group, you saw a sneak preview of my gift. So until later, tomorrow here at 7:30, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You. Thank you.